Yo, it's a lion's war, and the stakes are high. Lord Shadow steps up. He's ready to fly. Questions in the air, they start to rain. Can Lord clear his lane without any strain? How many deaths will Lord give out this war? He gotta maintain. Find the best counter for a defender. Lord Shadow's skill, he's the ultimate contender. The map's laid out, it's a treacherous path, but Lord's got the skills. He's done the math, checking the nodes, planning the attack. He's moving forward, there's no turning back.
Hey everyone, Shadow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So, it's season, was it 62? Let me make sure I got that right, since they don't put the seasons up anymore. Yeah, season 62, war number 2. And we're going up against an alliance called Latinos Americanos Unidos? Is that Latin Americans United? Let's see, who do they ban? I'm not too worried about the bans these days because they can't ban my Bastion. That's right. All right, anyway, they banned another one of the techs that I like. Let's see, Jack, Chi, and Crossbones. Globally banned Nico and Okoye. All right. Let's see what we got in store for us. I take path 1. Okay, so first off, we got Thing. Bastion can do that fight. Then we got Shocker. Ugh. I really do hate fighting Shocker. I mean, Bastion can do that fight. So, let's see. So somebody put a Lumatrix here, huh? Trying to think. I like champs that have anti-miss. So maybe I don't know. Can I use Photon? Although Bastion can do that fight, I'm sure there's somebody I can use that's easier. And for Gentle, he is a tough one, but Bastion can do that fight. Yeah, Bastion actually would be really good for that fight there. And let's see, do we have anybody? Ooh, Yelena. I really don't like fighting Yelena. All right. Well, personal space regeneration. I mean, I guess Leader could do that fight. I think. So that might be a way to go. Where'd y'all hide Onslaught? You know I got to look for my Onslaught. There he is. Wow. All right, so I'm thinking Bastion, of course. Maybe White Magneto to make this fight a little bit easier on me. Maybe. We could also do Viv Vision. But I think maybe Bastion, White Magneto, and I don't know, Leader maybe for the other mini. I'll think of somebody. If I can do Photon, I'll probably bring her in. I can't remember if she's on defense or not. She might be on defense. In which case, I want to bring somebody else that's good for Lumatrix, but I don't fight him often enough. I've beaten him with Bastion, so we'll see. But definitely Bastion's coming in. And someone from the Matrix. And maybe the leader. And I can take Rintra there. Let me see. What's this one? What's this one? Ebb and Flow Knockdown. Oh. Poison and Rupture. I might be able to take this one with Bastion. Yeah, this one might be a Bastion fight. So we'll see. We'll see about this one. All right, let's get on to the fighting. Okay, so we're going in with Bastion, of course, Jean Grey, and White Magneto. So this is the first time I'm bringing Jean Grey into war. My thought is that with the neuroshocks that she puts on, she's going to be able to handle that Lumatrix pretty well. Okay, so first up, we've got Thing. And Bastion is great for Thing because Bastion has the attacker tactic. So I can do a heavy attack and I'll get that endurance, which acts like grit, which means the unstoppable doesn't matter. So I don't even have to worry about his unstoppable if I don't want to, but I usually fight him in a certain way just to keep in practice. But yeah, with a heavy attack, I don't even have to worry about the rock stacks. All right, so let's see how I do here. Okay, do a parry. And of course, I start out with a heavy just because I like to. All right. And there are two ways to, I'm sure there's more, but there's two ways that I mainly play Bastion. All right, so look at this. Just hit me up. But look at the health. I just want you to see the health. All right, so one way is to build up to a special 2, get the infections up like that, hit them with it. Okay, now I got 2 Furies. With the 2 Furies, see how I just ignored that unstoppable? With the 2 Furies, I can now get that up, and then I can spam the special 1 if I want to. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. And done. Just like that. The other way to play him, and you'll see me do it later on in the video, is to just spam special 1s. Don't even worry about building up the Furies. Building the Furies up, or building up to a SP2 to get the Fury, that is when you need a lot of damage, which is good if I have to fight like a regen and I'm trying to out damage the regen. That would be perfect. Okay, but in that fight, didn't really need to, but I generally do that anyway. So here, I went ahead and activated the pre-fights because it makes this fight so much simpler for me. I can parry without having to worry about it. Okay, as you see, I start with the heavy attack. All right, now I believe in this fight, let me see, did I do it? Yeah, see, here I'm just spamming special 1. I didn't even build to a special 2. Look at that, he's almost dead. All right, and so I can build to another special 1. Yeah, I hate when he goes unblockable, but Bastion, when I'm hit with an unblockable, and I didn't remember the auto block. That's why I'm fighting this guy. I always forget his auto block. All right, so here we go. And he's done. I really dislike his auto block. But he wasn't too problematic. And you see that I fired the special 1 off instead of building to a special 2 and getting the Furies and then firing the special one. That's the highest damage rotation, but it's not needed all the time. All right, so then we move on to Lumatrix. Now I want y'all to watch this. Look at this. You see that? Do you see that I'm already there? That's because I realized I made a very big mistake. On this node, you have high energy diet. What type of damage does Jean Grey do? I didn't realize it. She does all energy damage. This would have been a very bad fight for her. Okay? Lumatrix, great. But because it's on high energy diet, I have to use a champion that doesn't do a lot of energy attacks. And I saw this and was like, oh, whew. You know, I was like, I can't go in now. So I brought her here for this fight, but I can't use her for this fight. So now I got to use Bastion. And while he can do the fight, he's not who I would have chosen to do this fight. And so I'm going in here now kind of off kilter. And I'm like, man, I was going to just bait out his special one, but Bastion doesn't have a way of dealing with the miss. I think Bastion can handle the evade of the special 2, maybe. See? And right away, I forgot and got smacked up. That's why I didn't want to use it. Look at it. Now, tell me, what's happening here? I parried him, and he did not stay stunned very long at all. All right? So, yep. And see, I'm trying to get out of this corner. And he's not letting me. Look at this. This is why I wanted to use her. Look at this, man. Okay, so here, look at this. I'm still trying to get the heavy in, and he just backed up and said, oh, what you got? He's just ripping me up. And if I can get the spacing right, look at it, again. So, I'm guessing that's something in his kit. I haven't looked yet. Because that seemed to be more than limber, because I couldn't do it from the start. So, is he reducing kind of like, who is it? I think Groot does it too, but Shocker, I think also reduces as, you know, he has like a built-in limber. And so I was sitting there like, what just happened? Okay. I don't fight Lumatrix a lot. And when I do, I usually, when I have a choice, go in with a miss counter. And that would have been, I should have gone in with, I had Juggernaut could have done it, even without a miss counter, but I should have gone in with somebody that could counter that miss, that didn't do energy. Okay, so here I'm going in again. I'm a little bit more familiar now, and I'm like, what was that? I'm still like off kilter, right? So I'm not trying to do the heavy. I'm just spamming my special one. Okay, get it done. But he was still doing something. I think I saw cunning and something else. So is that like a purify? He purified the stun. Because one thing that I have noticed with the game and the AI is that they will hit you with a 1-2. Like if you're fighting Agent Venom, you'll stun him and you'll wait a little bit and you'll try to attack and he'll purify an attack right in the space that you cannot recover from. They weaponize that. It's not random for them. They know exactly when it's happening. All right. But anyway, here we go with Gentle. And I'm not too worried about this. Just have to keep my counter right. And see, the Unstoppable, I can just do a heavy and not worry about the Unstoppable. But I usually fight him in a way that I'm trying to keep track of the counter. But I don't have to. Okay. And then here we go. Boom, boom, boom. See the unstoppable? Not mattering. And done. I got one more fight after this one. But yeah, that Lumatrix fight, I felt so bad because I should have been able to do that fight pretty easily. I'm a little bit more practiced with fighting Lumatrix now. So I would do better with Bastion on that node against Lumatrix, but I'd rather go in with somebody that can counter the miss. All right, that doesn't do energy. And there's some. I'll trying to think. I can't think of the ones off the top of my head, but they have to be non-energy for sure. All right, so here we go. Wolvie. When I saw Wolvie, I was thinking about, I don't know why, it just don't let me back up sometimes. But I was thinking about Lady Deathstrike. She's good for tearing him up, shut down his regen. But we don't care. See that unstoppable? We don't care. Whoop. Just dancing around, dancing around. He's much more aggressive right now. Ha, caught you. All right, back it up. Boom. Hit him with the 1-2. And now, I got my striker. Bop, bop, bop. And hit him. And I wanted to finish that so I didn't have to worry about the unstoppable. All right. But now, if I can get that special one off, and he knows it, that's why he's playing around over there. All right. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. And done. All right. So, other than that big mistake that I made with Jean Grey, no deaths. So that was my final fight in this war, and we'll be back in a moment, and you'll find out how this war ended. And we're back, and unfortunately we lost this war, but let me tell you, this was an awesome war. Shout out to the Latinos. This was well fought. You guys did your thing. Let's take a look here. Check this out. 1 attack bonus. 1 attack bonus. This war was so close. All right, just look at this. Look at this. This was awesome. This was an awesome, awesome war. Shout out to our MVPs as usual. But that is going to do it for the video. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. And you all have a blessed day.
Lord's moves are slick, dexterity more heavily, he dodged quick. Class champ, Lord the master of the game, cosmic science, skill tech mute I claim. Arena and chill grind, that's how he roll, no stress, no drama, just on patrol in the fight, he's swift, his tactics be tight, LordShaedow's in the arena, ready to ignite.